Hello, I'm Lugatorix and welcome to part 36 of the Greek Cities campaign on Rome Total War. And today, well, we hope to take a lot of settlements. We have a lot of settlements under siege, particularly of the Egyptian type. Let's have a quick look at that actually. We have Thebes under siege by Tellius of Attica. We have Petra under siege by Philolas of Cypsela, or whatever his flipping name is. And we have Jerusalem under siege by Philip. And then we also have an army that is moving towards the port of Sidon. Where exactly is it? This army here. And they're eventually going to take a boat over to Salamis and go and take that. So what is now Cyprus? Is that Cyprus? Yes, I think it is Cyprus. It's not Crete. Crete is Cydonia. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. They're going to go over to this island, which is called Salamis in the game. So, yeah, that's basically what's going on here. Is there anyone else? Oh, yeah, Campus Lazages is under siege. We can actually take that this turn, so we will probably do that. And then we also have an army, which is this one here, who... Where are you guys heading? Where do you want to head? I mean, you could possibly head up here, try and take Lovasea, maybe. Why don't you go and do that? Why don't you go and have some fun? Go for Lovasea, or just sort of move in this general direction. That would be lovely if you went and did that. So we could potentially take 1, 2, 3, 4 settlements maybe this episode, possibly even 5 or 6. Now we're up to 47 in the campaign, so we're very, very close to the end of the campaign. But it would be awesome if we could. Particularly, I want to eliminate the Egyptians and all but eliminate the Julii. Now, I think we should start off actually over here with our character called Anaxarchos of Piraeus, or the Destroyer of Dacia, as we might be calling him soon, because he really is sweeping through this region quickly, and he can go and take Campus Lazages right now. So in Campus Lazages we have Donesta and his 528 men. We have a ton of good hoplites, some archers, some missile troops. He has... I mean, Barbarian Noble Cavalry are pretty good. I like Barbarian Noble Cavalry, 16 defense. They've got good morale. They're pretty decent. Bastarnae are pretty solid as well. Chosen Swordsmen are good. So, not a terrible army, but it's quite small. And we have some very good troops of our own as well. So, as Dacian armies go, this is probably about as good quality as you're ever going to see, but it's just not very big. So, I think we have a very good chance of taking Campus Lazages right here and getting up to 48 settlements. Let's see if Anaxarchos of Piraeus can do exactly that. Right, here we are. It's a bit of a foggy day, actually. Should we wait a little bit and hope for better weather? Well, that's not really better weather either, is it, actually? Neither is that. Ah, that's better. Fourth time lucky? Third time lucky? Yeah, the weather's never normally that good around the Dacia region. Anyway, let's start the deployment. So... this is what we've got. Now, I don't know why it always has the archers carrying the ram. It's so stupid. Okay, I don't want the archers carrying the ram. Illyrian mercenaries, again, not really that bothered about you carrying the ram, to be honest. Actually, I think you can. You can carry the ram. That's cool. And we'll just have a unit of armoured hoplites carrying the other ram. So we have 3 rams moving towards the gate, which is lovely to see. So we'll have one either side of the gate, one hitting the gate itself, if you wouldn't mind doing that. Then we have some good armoured hoplites along here, and some normal hoplites. They can storm the city, and then we have some missile troops just to fire over the gate and cause havoc. Although, to be honest, I'd rather be off fire at will, and I forgot one of you's carrying a ram, so don't do that. And then, of course, the general at the back. Right, that's pretty solid. So start the battle, and everyone just move forward towards the gate, start causing damage to their defences. Now, they do have some ballistas. They could cause a little bit of damage, you know. As long as they don't kill Anaxarchos of Piraeus or anything like that, then it should be okay. But that's why we need to storm the city quickly, because they could be a little bit damaging. Although I think we're so close to the fence, they actually might not be able to reach us because of the angle, which is good. So that's fine. Right, so the breaches are down. Good stuff. Right, just get the guys that are carrying the ram into phalanx, if you wouldn't mind. So, like that. Good. Now, you two, I want you to charge those chosen swordsmen. You two get the ballistas down. You 3 go for the barbarian noble cavalry. We have, yeah, and then that's fine. I don't want the archers or the Illyrians firing quite yet. I have a bit of a plan for them later. So, if you guys could start doing that. What have we got here? More chosen swordsmen. So, this might not be super easy. Actually, the Dacians have got some pretty decent units here. But, you know, we should be generally okay, in fact. If you could just sort of get in a bit of a better formation, maybe, that would be nice. just because you're kind of in a bad shape at the moment. So what's going on over here? These guys, if you could sort of come around here, and then you get into the back of those chosen swordsmen as quickly as you can, all of you. That would be nice. How about you get out of phalanx, run into the back of them, and then we can put you in phalanx just as you hit. That would be good to see, because yeah, there's a bit of trouble, but if we surround those chosen swordsmen, they're going to suffer a bit. So come on, pace it up a little bit. Pace. Right, good, then get your spears down. Somebody's actually routed. I think, is it over here? Who's routed? No, that's on the other side. Okay, as long as that doesn't cause a mass rout, that's okay. But the chosen swordsmen, like I said, are pretty decent. So, yeah, not the most ideal start, but it's okay. Guys, if you could like get your spears down in a good way, that would be nice. How's it going over here? We have chosen swordsmen that are impetuous. How about, General, you come in. If you charge around the back of someone, you could cause a lot of damage. I'm hoping those barbarian noble cavalry suffer to the phalanx. That would be nice if they did that. So, General, get to the back. Get to the back of them. That's it. Sound the horn so you're at the back, and then charge into the back of these chosen swordsmen. If you wouldn't mind. Just get them down, because they're impetuous at the moment. But a charge into the back and they break. Good. Right, let's just pause it quickly. Anaxarchos actually didn't lose anyone there. Now, what else is going on? How are the data units? We've got an impetuous unit over here. Why don't you come round here? Come round the side here. Come round the side. If we can get some charges into the back of the chosen swordsman, that would be good to see. So go on. You charge in, Anaxarchos. Shaken. Can we get them to rout? You guys are doing absolutely nothing, so get involved. They've broken as well. Good. You then deal with the ballistas. They should rout pretty quickly because they're not very good in the melee. If you wouldn't mind breaking, that would be good. They break. All of you now onto the chosen swordsman, apart from the general. General, don't do that. Don't need to die, General. They're now only steady, whereas they were impetuous before. No, they're eager, to be fair. As I said, chosen swordsmen are a pretty damn solid unit. I mean, really are not bad at all. And Exarchos gets the back. And, yeah, they're wavering. If they would just be very polite and break, that would be cool if they did that. Go on. There we go. They eventually break. Oh, no, they don't. Sorry. Now they've broken. Yeah, they have indeed broken. Good to see. Right. What's going on here? We've got some chosen swordsmen charging into this phalanx. Well, they're going to suffer immediately because there's just only 18 of them. Okay, so what else have we got? We've got, I mean, there's still going to be the warlord somewhere up there. Yeah, there's the warlord. Anything else? I think it's only the warlord and the war band, actually, so not very good units. What I want, first we'll just let these guys charge in if they want to. There's only the flipping ballistas, right. The general can go and deal with them. And then we'll have the strongest units, which seem to be these three. I mean, these chosen swordsmen are still eager. There's only 16 of them. Credit to them. They are really quite decent chosen swordsmen. They're the best swordsman units barbarian factions get, particularly Dacia, who need good units like this because, well, the rest of their factions are very good. So, right, general, just stay here. The three strongest units of hoplites, which seem to be like, I don't know, you three, get in a line like this. Right, good. You're going to be in your own little formation, and you can start marching forward, if you wouldn't mind. Now, what have we got over there? Archer Warband. Right, okay. Well, Archer Warband, you just, I mean, the Illyrians can go and deal with them, and also you two units can go and deal with them. I'm not bothered about the Archer Warband. I'm more bothered about killing their general. So let's just move up through the village, if you wouldn't mind. And then our archers start firing in on the general. Now, what I'm hoping is, once our archers start firing in on the general, why are you not... No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get back. That's not what I told you to do. What I'm hoping, once our archers start firing in on the general, he will charge forward into the phalanx and suffer. So why don't... Okay, if you're just going to be playing stupid games like that, archers just fire on any old unit. Don't you dare move forward. Stand your ground. I want that general to charge into the phalanx. Go on. Go on, you know you want to. Illyrians, you can just fire at will as well. Stand your ground. They charge into the phalanx and they're going to suffer, hopefully, because of that. Saying that, he's not going down very quickly. You, try and get round the back of him super quickly. If we surround him, he should be pretty screwed. If not, then the battle could potentially turn in their favour, you know. This unit's been incredibly slow getting over, so bad job on your part. Barbarian Warlord is still eager despite being surrounded on both sides by spears. He's now only steady. Good. Archers are firing in as well. Lyrians have nearly run out of javelins. How's he doing? He's shaken. Wavering. Okay, now he's suffering. Now they're properly surrounded. He is really suffering. And hopefully he just dies before he can get back to the plaza. That would be good. There he is there, I think. Can we kill him? No, we couldn't. He got away. Well, he's going to die in a minute. So what else we got? We've got Bastani. Now, Bastani are decent as well. So, guys, get in this proper formation again. No, not that. Not like that. Get in this formation again before the Bastani come over, please. Because Bastani have good morale. They're hardy troops. So, guys, get your spears down. You need to get your spears down before the Bastani come over. You see, why are you moving forward? Why are you moving forward? That's not the formation. For God's sake, you're gonna rout at this rate. Just run back. Just run back. Run back. Run back. Run back. Get into there. Just morons. Moronic. What's going on over here? Who are you? Armoured hoplites. Why are you fighting the Bastani? Oh, for goodness sake, guys. This is not the time to be messing around. Guys, you're going to have to go forward. Archers. Right. Luckily, no, they broke. I was going to say luckily these guys are holding up, but they're not. The Bastani are strong. I don't know why he moved forward. Maybe I accidentally ordered him to do that. I don't know. How's it going so far? 50. I mean, we've taken a lot of losses here. As I said, it was a pretty decent Dacian army. We should still be doing better than this. I'm fully aware. So these Bastani are now wavering, eventually wavering. You guys are so damn slow. Come on. Come on, we need to be surrounding these guys. Illyrians to stay there. Armoured hoplites come over and help. If you wouldn't mind. We need to get these Bastani down, damn it. As soon as they break, they'll completely suffer. There we go. Broken. Good. Right. What have we got? We've only got a unit of warband and some archer warband. I think we can just start moving towards the plaza. You guys can fire on the warband, and I think it's going to be pretty much game over for the Dacians as soon as that happens. We've got their good units down. Their good infantry units down and their general. We've got the chosen swordsman down. We've got the Bastani down. It literally is just the remnants, the absolute garbage of the basic Dacian forces that they've got. Just bring the general over here just so our morale is good, because they like it when the general's nearby. But I think pretty much if the warband want to charge in, they're going to go down pretty quickly, I would hope. I mean, even if if the general gets around the back of them... Don't charge in, don't charge in, Don't charge in, Anaxarchos. Okay, you got a unit routing at least. Yeah, I think that's pretty much game over for the Dacians. Get around the side here. So, you guys make your way to the plaza like that. We've not got a lot of infantry left. Anaxarchos did not do a very good job here today. He did an alright job, but, it could have gone a lot better, that's for sure. And he's going to need some reinforcements, probably, or to retrain here, which is more likely, actually. So what have we got? We've got the Barbarian Warlord still isn't down. Kill him, please. The rest of you, just focus on getting these archers and the rest of the warband down. Otherwise, I think we've got a pretty easy job here. This Barbarian Warlord is a tank. What was his name again? Donesta? He does not want to lose this battle. Credit to him. He is... I mean, the Dacians aren't the best faction, but this guy is a pretty damn solid general. If he is not going to... Yeah, there you go. He eventually dies. But you know what? He died in honour and glory. I can respect that. Okay, he's not a coward like the Egyptians or the Julii. So, you know what? He's alright. What's his name again? Yeah, Donesta. You know what? You're a pretty decent geezer. And there we go, average victory. Yeah, not the greatest start to this episode, to be honest, but 526 kills to 486. Donesta, you did a solid job, but unfortunately, unfortunately for you, the might of the Greeks was just too much. So this settlement, which was Campus Lazages, should be ours now. I hope so. So there we go. And we just exterminate them, which is fine. Retinue expands, and resistance is indeed futile. Now, you probably need some reinforcements, because I doubt you can retrain all these guys. Oh, you can. I want you to repair the walls, recruit another unit of hoplites, and you can build yourselves some sewers. Lovely. Okay, so we can start moving in that direction. Alright, if that's done then, I think we've pretty much done all we can. I'll do a bit of recruitment, bit of construction, and we'll end the turn. Alright, I think we are ready to end the turn, so let's do exactly that. This ship is moving up here. I think they were meant to be helping out with the Scythian invasion, but that didn't really materialise. Okay, we've been attacked at Jerusalem. Interesting. So Philip has been... I mean, I love it when the Egyptians do this. And this is the... for me anyway, the good thing about fighting the Egyptians is they are ultra aggressive. So if you attack one of their settlements, they will get another reinforcement out of nowhere and they'll attack you. And I like fighting on the open field, so it's fine. So Philip, he's been attacked by Captain Ramos, which is a couple of axemen are decent. So a couple of axemen and some chariots. And then Merier, I don't know how to say that. I mean, a pretty standard Egyptian army. Now, Philip hasn't got a lot of missile, he hasn't got a lot of cavalry, but he's got a ton of hoplites. The battle looks like it's in our favour. It's about 850 men versus 1,100, and the strength ratio is 2-to-1. So, to be honest, I think we stand a very good chance. A good comprehensive victory here, and if we kill this guy, and we will hopefully have Jerusalem right now. If not, we'll just be able to walk in pretty much if we kill a solid amount of them anyway. So yeah, I'm absolutely happy to fight this, and I'm glad the Egyptians have attacked us in this situation. The only bad thing about it is the two armies are either side of us, so we're going to be a little bit surrounded, but I think we can deal with that. It's not going to be too bad. So let's see how we do. Alright, so here we are outside of the holy city of Jerusalem, and a very interesting landscape actually, a fascinating landscape. We've got the sea over there, and then the Mediterranean Sea, of course. We've got, wow, I mean, this is a really cool landscape, actually, to fight on. Very, very fun indeed. Now, let's think about this. We've got one army that's going to attack us from over here, and then the other one attacking us from Jerusalem, which is presumably somewhere over there, but we can't quite see it. So, where exactly would we want to start? Because, for example, we don't want to start down here, because they're going to have the uphill advantage. This is a nice uphill area, but the problem is we don't want to be surrounded. If we started somewhere like here and kind of turned to face both of them, then we'd be in a nice uphill area. That seems quite logical to me. So let's go and have a front line of you guys like this. We can always turn to face them if necessary. We're going to have a front line of you guys. We're then going to have 3 hoplites on each flank, because you know the Egyptians, they're going to want to get around the back of us. So, and especially as we're surrounded, we don't want that to be a possibility, because that could end disastrously. You know, we want everyone charging into the front of the spears rather than getting around the back where they're significantly weaker. Only 1 unit of archers, sadly, but that will be enough, hopefully. And then the general right at the back. Not a very varied army, it's very infantry based, it's very defensive, but I reckon it will do the job here. We'll get units routing, and then we can chase them with the general. Let's start the battle. So one army is coming from there, the other one is coming very much from that direction, but they could move around to merge with the other one, so we'll see what happens. The good news, by the way, about the first army in particular, is they are going to travel uphill. In fact, also the second army, they're starting from so far away that by the time they reach us, they're going to be exhausted, and that means their morale and energy and just fighting in general is going to be a lot worse. As I predicted, the second army seems to be moving across in this direction to try and merge with the first one. I'm probably just going to move the army slightly just to face them though. Kind of like that would be better. Right, here they come. So we've got the 2 axemen here. The desert axemen are decent. The chariots are terrible. Well, they're terrible against phalanx anyway. If they, which would they invariably do at some point, charge into the front of the spears, they're just going to collapse straight away because they've got like 0 defense. But the axemen could cause a bit of damage. But the archers are firing in on them, which is nice. So let's see, how do the axemen do? They charge in, they're going to lose a few men already. The chariots routing and dying will lower their morale. In fact, no, they all break instantly, okay. And again, that's why I said the chariots are just a liability, because those axemen were doing a solid job until the chariots charged in. They broke straight away, and then that caused them to break and die straight away. So the chariots are what lost it for that small army, but also they were incredibly tired, so they weren't going to be as good as usual. That is certainly the case. Now, no, stop for a second. You see, why are you moving? Because I didn't tell you to attack. You're on defensive mode, so you should have stood your ground. Why are you moving over there? Talk about liabilities. Our own spears, which is our strength apparently, seems to be our liability. For goodness sake, you've got to stay where you are. No moving, not today. So we've killed 21% of their army, and none of us have been killed, or pretty much none of us. The odd one from friendly fire, actually. Archers, just move very slightly back so you're not killing your own troops. That would be nice. They're going to fire in a little bit on us, but that's okay. As soon as they charge, they should collapse. So the cavalry is moving out to the flanks. We have a nice little uphill advantage, which is good. But look at that. Very tired desert axemen who are steady. They would probably normally be eager had they not had to walk all the way across these mountains. Now, cavalry or chariots, if you would like to charge, that would be so good if you did that. Go on, go for it. You know you want to. There you go, you bastards. Just collapse straight away. That's more chariots. They're just going to collapse. The chariots are just they're completely useless against the Greeks, and then that causes the axemen to break, which is exactly what we saw at the beginning of this battle. So far not going that well for the Egyptians. I want the general to charge. That's him. But he's got missiles, so he's probably going to fire them first and then eventually charge, if he feels like it, I suppose. Archers, if you could specifically focus on the general to try and bait him forward, that would be lovely. And also, the chariots are weak against archers as well, because again, they've got no defense, so they can't protect themselves against the arrows very well. So that would be lovely if we could try and kill him using the arrows, maybe. Right, another unit of chariots look like it's... Nope, they look like they were about to charge, but then they didn't. What have we got here? Null spearmen, shaken because they've seen so many of their friends die. It literally, as soon as we get rid of the cavalry, we can just storm the rest of these guys down. And that's it. I mean, a few lads have got back to Jerusalem, so maybe we will have to fight them at some point. Especially if we could kill their general, that would be lovely, because it would just make the fight so much easier later on. The general is thinking about charging. I can sense it. He's thinking about it. Please do it. Okay, he charged. I accidentally fast-forwarded it. He charged and then routed straight away. So he has got away. He has got away, unfortunately. But it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. These things happen, unfortunately. And I think that's pretty much all the Egyptians gone. I think we can ride down the last few. That's bowmen. So the general can ride down a few of these. I mean, you guys just get these stupid chariots out of the way. General, if you'd like to run. But unfortunately, we couldn't kill Mary Ray, or whatever his stupid name was. Oh, there is actually some chariots over there. Oh, that's the chariot general? Wait a minute. Okay, get back, lads. It's not quite over yet. Because the chariot general could potentially kill our general. Right, guys, just get back into the formation. Sorry, I didn't realise was there two generals? I'm going to move the army forward slightly because the Egyptians aren't being very aggressive. And it seems like there must have been two generals. I must have missed that. Unless I got confused earlier and mistook one of the chariots for one of the generals. But either way, we need to get these guys down and they're not being very aggressive. So we'll just move forward. So as usual, the Egyptian chariot general is being very cowardly because he's firing his missiles but refusing to actually run in. Those chariots just charged and died straight away. I love how you can see where our old line was purely by all the Egyptian dead bodies. They're not our dead bodies, I can assure you of that. They are the Egyptian dead bodies. That's a beautiful sight. Okay, well, general, you can kill the... Oh, the Pharaoh's bowmen are decent, though. Pharaoh's bowmen are actually decent in the melee, but still, I reckon you could do a good job against them. If we just get you Philip to the back by sounding the horn in a second when you're about to charge, do that. You sound the horn to get to the back. Your bodyguard can do the brunt of the heavy lifting. They're shaken, wavering. If you could then die, that would be very nice if you did that. But as I said, Pharaoh's bowmen are actually decent in the melee. They're a pretty solid unit, but they're going to be wavering now because so many of their compatriots have died. There you go, they've broken. Good stuff. It literally is just these two chariot units which refuse to charge my phalanx. Are they still firing missiles? Yeah, they are, the bastards. Go on, General, you know you want to charge. Right, I'm getting seriously bored of waiting for this General now. Would you mind? He's going to run away. Absolute coward. This is slightly annoying how they just insist on skirmishing and it's impossible to reach them. Right, these guys are being chased by phalanx. I'm going to get them out of phalanx and to run because that's how we caught them last time this happened. And because the battle physically wouldn't end because the general refused to charge, even though it is his prerogative to do so because he attacked us. So we're just going to have to chase them across the battlefield until eventually they get cornered or something and we catch them. There they go, there they go. Right, spears down, spears down, spears down. Kill that general, please. Unfortunately, we didn't have our spears down. But there we go, he's dead. Was he the only general then? I mean, yeah, just continue, why not? Was he the only general? Well, that was the general I saw, so I don't know. Will we have Jerusalem? We've killed 83% of them, and at least one general. But I don't know if that's enough. In fact, I'm going to end the battle now. I don't know if that's enough to take Jerusalem. We'll see. Anyway, clear victory. 721 kills to 126. I'll absolutely take that. So, I mean, look, even if we haven't taken Jerusalem technically, it should be so easy because there's basically nothing left there anyway. So, no, apparently we have not taken Jerusalem. Now we've been attacked outside of Thebes. Right, this is an interesting fight. Probably a more interesting one because actually the Egyptians have a lot more troops. This could be tough. So we have Thebes, basically 700 men. But some of them pretty depleted. 15, 39, 30. So some of these units aren't that great. Captain Thutmose, 421 men. That's not very good. That's not a very good army at all. There is not a single unit there that I'm afraid of, to be honest. I mean, peasants. Well, you got peasants, the chariots, which we already saw are terrible in this situation anyway. The Nubian spearmen aren't that amazing, so that army's basically nothing. I'm not scared about that at all. And then Nephred, whatever, his army, again, nothing that amazing. The Nile spearmen are solid. They're okay. The Pharaoh's guard are good. So there's the odd good unit, but nothing hugely amazing there. So they might have, how many men do they have? A solid 1,200-ish. They might have a solid amount of troops, but we have the better troops. I think we stand a very good chance. And a similar situation to the Jerusalem one. A good victory here, and Thebes is all but ours. So let's see how we do. So here we are in North Africa. And, well, we've got a nice sort of open field here. There is Thebes in the distance, the city we are indeed fighting for. Right, what I'm going to do, let's just get all you guys to move back here for a minute while I sort some things out. How many hoplites? Right, I'm going to ignore these probably like 4 units of hoplites because, to be honest, I don't particularly want them fighting, really. I mean, possibly you two could. Maybe if we have it like that. So you guys could be the front line. And then we'll have you two on this flank. Like so. Guys, come on. You two on this flank like so. And then what else have we got? You two on the other flank. This is a significantly weaker army than the one we just fielded. And these guys could just chill out the back. They're not going to do a lot. There is only 15 men. The archers will do a good job. The archers are pretty solid. They can get off skirmish mode and on defensive mode. And then the general is going to be very important for the morale more than anything. This isn't the most amazing army we fielded. They're a little bit battered, but I think it will be enough to deal with these Egyptians. Saying that, there's quite a damn few of them, so we'll see. Right, the Egyptians are getting close, and they're actually leading with the peasants, which is not going to end well for them, because they're already wavering, and they're going to break instantly. And as I say always, as soon as a unit breaks, it just hurts the morale of everyone else. So there you go, they've broken. So immediately, any other unit that subsequently charges in is going to have a bit of a rough time, because they've already seen the peasants rout. So pretty bad strategy charging in with them. Another bad strategy is charging in with chariots, which is also what the Egyptians seem to have done. So they're all going to die and rout very quickly. In fact, their captain goes down, which hurts their morale even more. So now these guys, Nubian spearmen, they're also broken. Those Bedouin warriors charge into the back to no avail. We've got some Nubian spearmen there. You go and turn around to face them. General, get around the back of them if you wouldn't mind. We've got some desert cavalry who are just chilling, so that's fine by me. You can do that. General, don't charge into the front of the spears, but if you can charge into the back, then we should be good. They're wavering incidentally anyway, so just charge in. There we go. They've broken. Good stuff. Well, that's been a pretty good start to this battle. Desert cavalry, would you like to do anything, or you're kind of annoying me, so I am actually going to move forward against you guys because you're just irritating me at this point. How are we doing so far? 4% killed to 20%. Not bad. The cavalry charges in to no avail. Okay, let's just pause for a second. What have we got here? That's some chariots. Alright, fine. Let's get back into the formation we were originally in, but it seems like the other Egyptian army is sort of approaching from this direction. So why don't we go kind of like that? That would be a lot better if you could do that. Right, General, you can just go and charge these stupid peasants. I mean, there's the odd unit that's sort of chilling around the back here from the first army, but this is really the army we're going to be facing now. So you can just kill peasants. Beautiful. Telesabatica, who's been quite a good general, actually. Probably second best general. Obviously, Doros of Sparta, or sorry, Doros the Brave, has been the best general that we've had this campaign. But, so, you know, some pretty solid stuff here. So General just go there. Yeah, it's annoying there are a few units around the back, but it's okay. We can probably deal with them. It's all good. What I'm more concerned about is this army, but again, it just doesn't seem like there's anything too amazing. I mean, it's slightly in their favour, the battle, it reckons. Right, so, Chariots, they have charged into the phalanx, and guess what? They died. Let's see, Axemen, they break straight away. The Axemen haven't been in very good state, and that's because their morale has been reduced by a series of poor decisions, basically, by the Egyptian generals, is what I meant to say. Hopefully these chariot archers charge in at some point, but to be honest, they're not doing a huge amount of damage anyway. What else we got? Skirmishers, they're not going to do a huge amount, especially if they charge into the phalanx. I think this is going alright. It's going alright indeed. It's just basically a ton of skirmishers left, really. I mean, there's the chariot general. It'd be great if we could kill him, because then we won't have to face him at Thebes. Their missiles are doing a bit of damage to us. That's where we're taking most of our losses against the Egyptians, to be honest, is their stupid amount of missiles. They have skirmishers, missile chariots, so on and so forth. So the Pharaoh's Guard and the Nile Spearmen and all that, they're all charging in, and they're not doing a great job so far, which is lovely to see. The balance of power is still very, very even, although we've killed 40% of them, and bear in mind they had more troops, so as a raw figure we've killed a ton more of them than they've killed of us. But the spearmen are still holding up. Just as I say that, they all pretty much rout, or 3 of them do. Yet 4, the Nile Spearmen, they're steady, but they're not as good as the Pharaoh's Guard. So, to be honest, I mean, there isn't a huge amount left that isn't skirmishers of some sort. Why doesn't the general just charge into these slingers? Get the slingers out of the way. Telesvatica doesn't like slingers that much. That's all good. Just get all these stupid units down. So he charges in, does a bit of damage like that. These annoying desert cavalry are just going to run around. Telesvatica, how are you doing over there? You're a little bit exposed, admittedly. Why don't you just get back now? You've done a good job. And actually now the balance of power is in our favour, which is nice to see as well. A lot of routing Egyptians is good to see. So you go behind the line. Really, the only issue now is killing their stupid general, who's going to be a coward. And their stupid chariot archers and all that. That's going to be a little bit annoying, because they're just going to stand there and fire at us all day, rather than actually be real men and charge in. So, that could be a bit of an issue. We're going to move forward slightly. That would be a good start, I reckon. Guys, if you two would like to actually move as well, that would be very polite, rather than just standing there, because you're going to die if you do that. Right, chariots have actually charged. Well, they're about to charge into the back. Okay, well, they broke anyway, so that's cool. We've got Desert Axemen, they've broken. The general might as well just hit them down. Okay, I mean, it's just a matter of getting all these stupid skirmishers down. That really is it now. It looks like the general is going to charge. The general is just going to charge, and he dies straight away. Okay, well, this general wasn't a coward, but he was an idiot. Fine by me, basically. You've killed yourself. Well flipping done. Now, the only other unit to get down is these stupid chariot archers. Once we've done that, I think that's pretty much everyone gone, to be honest. So the chariot archers are going to be cowardly and skirmish, but the general can just chase down the rest of the skirmishers, the infantry ones anyway. No, chariots, now don't charge into my general. The general needs to get back. Telesvatica needs to get back. You need to run. You need to run. You need to run and get out of there. Telesvatica, get out. Just run. The chariot archers charge, which is not what I was expecting. Right, stop for a second. Stupid bedwins are attacking my archers, and actually routed one of them and killed quite a lot. Yeah, they got round the back, which I didn't notice. There's the old chariot archer there as well. Okay, Telesvatica very nearly died then. Flip. Oh, he's still nearly very dead. Okay, why don't you just run off towards that farm and have a nice life over there? We don't want you dying, okay? You're very, very close to death, because those chariot archers nearly caught you out. So the bedwins are gone. Why don't the phalanx just chase after these chariot archers? Once we've got them down, it's game over for the Egyptians. So you chase them down, and yeah, quite a few of them got away, because, well, we know Egyptians, they're cowards, in the game, of course, not in real life. We've still killed 74% of them, though, and their general. Not enough to take Thebes, I don't think, but still enough to all but take it next turn. And we are indeed chasing after chariot archers. They might be out of it. You know what? They are out of here. Fine. Just end the battle. Screw it. We're not going to be able to catch them up. So 941 kills to about 300 odd. We did a good job. Telesvatica survived. So I think taking Thebes should be relatively easy next turn as well. And of course we can take Jerusalem as well. So that would be really nice to do that. And hopefully Petra, which would be cool. So anything else go on? Oh, we did take Jerusalem. Fine. Okay, exterminate Jerusalem then. Sinope. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Carthage. Are you serious? Carthage, are you serious? Get a load of this. The Carthaginians, they only have one more settlement left, I think, which is the one in southern Spain. This one here. Cordoba, I think it is. And they want a ceasefire, which is fine. But it demands a 95,000 denarii, Caralis and Lilybaeum. Okay? We've nearly wiped you out and they are your demands. We're the one that should be making demands, not you. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Go to hell, you stupid Carthaginians. You have nothing to offer us, okay, at this point. We can annihilate you any second we want. Right, a naval, that's going to be a naval defeat somewhere, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. In fact, we actually won, so that makes a nice change. And we won again. Okay, that's a bit odd. And, ooh. Didn't actually realise Thapsus was that vulnerable. Oh dear. That I did not see coming. Okay. Thapsus has been attacked by Captain Balshilek, which is these guys, with quite a few desert infantry, which are decent. And Captain Adabal. I think we're going to loot this. That's my own fault. I was not keeping tabs on what was going in the Empire. And actually, Thapsus was very vulnerable, and I didn't realise. So, I will try my best to defend Thapsus. But I think Numidia might have sneaked it off of us. If they do sneak it off of us, that's fine. We will send troops from Sicily over and take it back within 2 or 3 turns. But very, very sneaky from the Numidians. Okay, well, we'll see what we can do. But we have not got a lot of good troops, so this will be interesting. Right, so here we are at Thapsus. We haven't seen this place for a while. We took it off the Carthaginians a long time ago now. Right, the plan is, I think, the peasants definitely need to be on the plaza. The peasants need to be on the plaza because at least on the plaza they're not going to rout. They can't rout. What's the situation? What does the plaza look like? It's a big old plaza with a nice corner. So what we could do, get the peasants like this. If you remember, I think it was the defense of Syracuse a long time ago. It was the Incredible Battle. The episode is named like Amazing Battle or something like that. And we defended the city against all odds because we kept on the plaza and had infinite morale basically. Can you guys just get in the corner? Seriously? No, apparently you can't, but you're just going to have to stay there then. I'm going to have the hoplites like that in front of the peasants. Yeah, like that, or something like that. That's going to be quite hard to get through. Then we're going to have a lot of missile fire. I say a lot. A decent amount of missile fire on the walls. So the archers can be like here, and then the slingers can be up there. As soon as they reach the walls, though, they can run down and meet the other lads at the plaza. So let's start the battle. We're already firing down on them. You guys need to be on defensive mode. We'll see how we can do, but the fact that these guys have infinite morale on the plaza means that will be not that easy to break down, and then the archers and the slingers from a height could do a bit of damage to some of their units. But as soon as they reach the walls, we will indeed, of course, go down. And the walls themselves will do a bit of damage, so you never know. We might not even need to take this back. We could indeed win this. That is a distinct possibility. Okay, they're starting to get to the walls, so guys, run to the plaza now. Wait a second, where is the plaza? Okay, you've done a good job, lads, but run to the plaza where you're going to be safe, okay? Run to the plaza. How many of them we killed already, incidentally? We've killed 18% of them. We've nearly killed a fifth of them already, and, well, we haven't even touched them yet, so this could be quite interesting still. These guys have evacuated off the towers just in time, which is good to see. And again, the lava pots and all that, they're going to do damage to some of these guys, lower the morale. The balance power isn't even hugely in their favour. We've killed a quarter of them now as well. So this is not going too bad at all, actually, to start off with. I'm pretty happy with that. So we are now just going to camp on the plaza. The archers and the slings can be at the back, nice and protected. And they're just going to fire in, cause a lot of damage. And, well, it's going to be a while for the Numidians to get here, but when they do, they're going to have a tough old fight in their hands, I think. So here we go. The lads are on the plaza. We'll group you up in a nice little group like that. And, yeah, how many of them are dead? 43% of them are dead. And they haven't even made it to the bulk of our force yet. That's quite interesting. This is astonishing. As the first Numidian units come over, the balance of power is actually slightly in our favour now. We've killed nearly 2/3 of the army, and they haven't made it to the plaza. This is the way to do it. If you've got good walls, and these aren't even amazing walls, but if you've got good walls, honestly, you don't even need that many troops in cities like this. And the Numidians, obviously, they're a weaker faction. They're not amazing themselves. But we've killed a huge amount of them, and considering these guys have infinite morale, we've got still missile fire and some armoured hoplites, which is better than any of the Numidian units. I fancy our chances, I definitely do. And the other good thing about camping out in the plaza as well is the units tend to come in waves, because it takes them a while to get through and over the walls. The units come in waves, meaning that if they're not coming at once, our forces, even though they're small, don't tend to get overwhelmed. So that I quite like as well about this tactic. So the first Numidians are coming over. What are they? They are desert infantry, and they're broken. They're broken already. Now another unit of desert infantry are coming over. They're only steady, and they haven't even touched our hoplites yet, so I dread to think what's going to happen to them. I might adjust the hoplites when these guys break in a second, which they should do. There we go. I'm going to adjust the hoplites so they're kind of like this at a better angle to actually face the Numidian units. That would be nice. So more Numidian units routing. I think we've got this. I don't even think we need reinforcements. I think we've definitely got this. We've killed 72% of them, and they've killed 0% of us. So more Numidians are charging. I doubt that these guys are going to do any of a better job. In fact, they've already broken before they touched us. What are you? Numidian cavalry, missile cavalry against armoured hoplites. Good luck with that. Yeah, I think we've got this. The odd unit's just charging in it, and as I said, they're coming in waves. They're coming one by one, so it's not even like it's a tough job to deal with. Each unit is isolated, alone, and low morale. I mean, the balance power was definitely in their favour. They had a lot more men, but we had the better men and we had the walls on our side, so I think we've got this. More units are charging in. These desert infantry are going to have a rough time of it, yet they break pretty much instantly. Their captain's dead as well, which is going to hurt their morale even more. What was his name? He was Captain Adherbal. Yeah, I mean, you guys are suffering a bit, aren't you? Missile cavalry charges in and breaks straight away. Good to see. Yeah, I don't think they stand a chance. It is 2% to 90%. So, oh dear, Numidia, this is just appalling. Right, I'm going to charge these stupid cavalry now because they're taking too long for my liking. And guess what? They die. And there we go, victory. We killed their captain, the other captain. Yeah, we'll end the battle. I think we've done a pretty good job there. Heroic victory. 767 kills to 11. This is why Numidia is not the greatest faction ever. That is for sure. Okay, so the Scythians have indeed attacked Porolysum, but I doubt they'll be able to take that, and we'll bring over reinforcements if necessary as well. Do the rebels do anything? No, they don't. So, candidate for adoption, 28-year-olds, which is a little bit older than I personally like. Sippas of Ilium. He's got Brave, which is a very good trait, +2 morale. Bureaucrat is a nice one. Being in the Wars is another nice one. And Confident Commander. You're a little bit older than I like, but you're good. So we'll bring you in, and we haven't got that much time left anyway on the campaign, so I don't think he's going to die of old age particularly. City expands. Athens. Oh, well, the heartland, the homeland. I mean, it was originally rebel, of course, but, you know. So councillors' chambers for you, lads. Beautiful stuff. Making 4,110 per turn. Lovely. Oh, a little bit of public order issues around here. I haven't even checked this region in a while. We'll sort that out in a minute. Agents found. You know, at this point, doesn't really matter to me. It's inconsequential to me, okay? We are storming Europe and North Africa, okay? Right. Anyway, let's first of all move to Thebes, which we should just be able to take very easily. Tellus of Attica is a lot stronger than these guys. Yeah, Captain Animos. Could we auto-resolve this? I'm going to risk it. It's very much in our favour. Clear victory. Okay, we took a few losses, but I can deal with that. I mean, you know, these battles at this point, it's not a huge amount of point fighting them. Ooh! Wait a minute. Exterminate this place. Tellus the Conqueror, the faction heir, of course. And this guy, I mean, he's 52 years old, but he's actually had a pretty damn good career. Tellus of Attica, or Tellus the Conqueror now, has conquered a lot of territory, particularly in North Africa and the Middle East. So, very, very good job, man. You are one of our finest generals. You're not quite Doros the Brave, but you're up there, sort of. Now, you Can you go and take Petra? Again, this should be a very easy one that possibly we can auto-resolve. Yeah, again, no point fighting, that's just a waste of time. Clear victory, they get a few kills, that's fine. So Petra is indeed ours as well, lovely to see. And we'll exterminate you. So we've just taken 2 settlements like that in quick succession. And then Jerusalem is already ours. Now, what else is there? Bostra, I swear we had an army going towards Bostra. Oh no, it was going towards Salamis, wasn't it? Because it was avoiding Kia. Yeah, I remember now. So yeah, you guys, get on this boat and start sailing towards Salamis if you could be so kind. So you can take that pretty soon as well. So what next for the lads at Petra? Could go up to Bostra, but I would rather Philip go and deal with that. Instead, it's a bit of a trek, but I would like you guys to go to Jumartha and go and take that. So what we'll do, click on Petra for a second, we'll lower the tax rate, repair the walls and all this nonsense, get you rid of your stupid Zoroastrian temple, and bring in a shrine to Athena. We're going to retrain some of the lads. We'll retrain before we move out, because that's always the sensible thing to do. And then we will move out eventually towards Jumartha. Now, we also took Thebes as well, so we're going to do very similar stuff with that. Now, once these lads are retrained, I would like you to go and take Siwa. And the reason is because, well, it's a huge amount of land in terms of the area, and it would look very pretty on the map if we went and took that, basically. So that's what I'd like you to do. In fact, a few lads from Memphis can go and join Telis the Conqueror to go and do exactly that. Probably you guys can all go and do that. Just sort of stand on the bridge for the moment. But yeah, you guys can go and join Telis the Conqueror in a minute. Now, the lads in Jerusalem will eventually go towards Bostra, probably fighting Kia in the process. Now, this army is pretty strong. I don't know really if it needs much retraining, but we will retrain just because Kia's army looks decent, and I always like to be well prepared for a good fight. So we'll do all of that, and we'll actually recruit another unit of armoured hoplites. Beautiful. Philip is also a famous victor, so fantastic stuff. He might be known as the Conqueror very, very soon as well. Now, in Dacia, we took Campus Lazages. Yeah, you... Okay, so what's going on? You are moving towards that territory up there. Campus Lazages is unhappy despite getting the new general, Sipas of Ilium. They're actually really quite unhappy. That's a bit stupid. Lower the tax rate and they should be okay. And I don't think we need to recruit or anything like that, to be honest. I think this is an army ready to move out, but we'll probably worry about that next episode, to be honest. I want you to go and move towards this settlement, which you are indeed doing, so you can just keep moving towards that Dacian town, Uvavum. Of course, that's its name. And the final thing I want to do this episode, because I am ready to go now, I've been recording for quite a while, is work out what we're going to do with the Julii. Now, there are still a few armies around, but we need to move towards Arretium in particular, and Arretium is looking pretty weak. So let's get some lads down to go and deal with them. We've got a strong army here, in fact. So Phidon of Selinus, why don't we bring all of you out, minus this unit of Greek cavalry, and you go and besiege Arretium, please. So you go and do that. We can get some siege towers and all that going. And we can hopefully take that next episode as well. And then as for Doros, Doros the Brave, he has so many epithets, I keep forgetting which one's which. Probably just retrain and recruit for the moment, and then you will move out towards the Gesta very, very soon. So, we can't really retrain. Okay, what we might do is merge some of the troops then, if that's a possibility. Yeah, we've just merged a couple of them. It should be okay. So all of you guys can come out, apart from this terrible unit and this terrible unit. And you guys, take the bridge. Perfect. If the Julii want to attack us on the bridge, you're welcome to. But he's going to be moving towards Segesta very, very soon. In fact, if you can pick up some mercenaries, do exactly that. They're terrible. Okay, you can go back to Mediolanium then. Wait a minute. Doros the Brave, hesitant attacker? God, that's a load of BS. That must have been like a typo or something. Hesitant attacker. There's nothing about him that's hesitant. What do you mean hesitant? Okay, this man, he just considers all the options before charging in. He's not a stupid barbarian, okay, but he's a tactician. That's what it should say. Excellent tactician rather than hesitant attacker. Ridiculous. Anyway, you can't make it to Mediolanium anyway, but just do it whenever. Anyway, I think we're going to end the episode there. But next time, we will be taking Salamis. we will be moving towards Bostra, we will be moving towards Siwa, we will hopefully be taking Segesta and Arretium, and once we've done that, also moving along these final few Dacian settlements, we will be ready to strike on Rome. Yes, that'll be the interesting one. So probably only about 2 or 3 more episodes left, but they're going to be very, very interesting ones. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around.